Hi, you folks. Today I will be talking about every single thing wrong with Daddy Issues, the show. So, Daddy Issues is a short animated show that started around last year, February. I'm talking about it like it's popular when it in fact is not, no matter how much I try for people to watch it. But that's why we're here, to explain why this series is actually shit. So, episode 1. There's already a few things here that we notice. 1. No voice actors, but AI. Which is because at the time I was too scared to ask anyone and nobody would voice act for this anyway. 2. The fucking art style. Like, I am aware I was a beginner animator. Still am because I'm still learning. But Christ, at least make their faces normal. But moving on, we first meet Audrey, the main character. Then her bodyguard friend, I'm not even sure anymore, Thomas. And he's the most decent character in this whole episode. So we see them driving around in Audrey's limo, and Audrey gets a call. She answers and speaks Dutch to the caller, which is one of her native languages. But here's the thing. She never, ever speaks Dutch again in another episode. And so far, she will not in the fourth one. They drive to the second main protagonist, Grace. And when I tell you I have never hated her so much as in episode 1. First of all, her voice is so infuriating.
I'm definitely not complaining. I'm just, curious.
It even changes to a more high-pitched one further in the episode. Then we have this scene where Thomas plays a guitar and there's just so much negative stuff I want to say about it because what is this? Oh, and fun fact, when this episode was released, there was no official story behind Dids yet. Anyway, Thomas turns into a fucking furry.
Good. You look
Nothing like your design at all. Because what do you mean this? Yes, this is supposed to be that. She looks exactly like none of her designs at the time or after. How did I go like? Oh yes, this looks more like her. But for the rest of the episode, a lot happens, but also nothing. Not to mention, Audrey looks like she got pushed in one of those crushing machines most of her screen time. Moving on, we have episode 2, which so far is the best when it comes to the story. We get to meet another character, Alvaro, who we slightly knew from episode 1 when Audrey cheated on Grace. Another fun fact, Audrey here threatens to peg Alvaro, which in canon events, Anyway, Thomas has his little autism moment, Grace has her main character moment, and musical moment. Now, episode 3, the animation has its improvements. Audrey has gained singing skills. Let's go, sir! Yeah, okay. Go, Audrey, go. And the story is so fucking rushed. But besides that, it's really the plot you have to follow and the small details for it to make sense. Audrey finally has some human senses. Not for long, though. We learn Audrey has schizophrenia, which we get to see some perspectives of. Not to mention, Audrey is mad so much. We also learn Alvaro is pretty narcissistic, and that he sword fights. Audrey apparently too. But everything turns a bit dark, and I don't just mean the background color. Audrey gets approached by the police, and basically, the rest speaks for itself. For those who are confused, Thomas died by food poisoning. But that was everything wrong with Daddy Issues, the show, in my opinion. Currently, episode 4 is being made, so stay tuned for those who are interested.